Somaliland, a small but fast-growing self-declared nation in the Horn of Africa, deserves a standing ovation in the Committee of Nations of the world today. Somaliland lies on the southern coast of the Gulf of Aden. It is bordered by Djibouti to the northwest, Ethiopia to the south and west, and Somalia to the east. With a territory of an area approximately 176,120 square kilometers, Somaliland is a home to about 4.5 million residents, having its capital as Hargeisa, which is the largest city. Following the collapse of Barre's government in early 1991, local authorities led by the Hargeisa-based Somali National Movement (SNM) unilaterally declared independence from Somalia on 18 May under a monumental tree in Bor'o. These unforgettable sights where Somaliland independence was declared still stands till date, but sadly in a deplorable condition.
This was the place where the declaration took place in 1991. It's a great place, historic place, all people know. Why is it ruined? Why it didn't be built? And why didn't it be made a heritage place for the Somaliland people to come and see where they came from? It's a question. It's a birsa always.
At a grand conference in Bor'o held in 1991, many names for the country were suggested, including Puntland, in reference to Somaliland's location in the ancient land of Punt, and where is now the name of the Puntland states in neighboring Somalia, and Shankarun, meaning better than half in Somali, in reference to the 5 regions of Greater Somalia. Since 1991, the territory of Somaliland has been governed by democratically elected governments that seek international recognition as the government of the Republic of Somaliland. Our independence has not been officially recognized by any country or international organization, but it has established diplomatic ties with other countries within and outside the region. These include Kenya, Djibouti, Ethiopia, and recently Taiwan. It is a member of Unrepresented Nations and Peoples Organization, an advocacy group whose members consist of indigenous peoples, minorities, and unrecognized or occupied territories.
There is a great development also within Somaliland sectors when it comes to the political, when it comes also to the economy, when it comes to the business enrichment in the entire society. And this digital revolution is going to take place also not only in Somaliland but all in East Africa. For the last 20 years, even Somaliland has been developing also on this sector very strongly, immediately, and very proudly. We are very proud of it. It's a good development. But of course it has its own security systems.
When you seek recognition for a state or to seek to be known as a country or as a government or as a state, where you get the recognition is from the United Nations, where all the nations are united and rules and regulations takes place and rights takes place. Obligations takes place. However, this time of the age, everything depends on interest. So the big countries who are holding the United Nations in their hand didn't see anything to do with their own interests when it comes to would you recognize Somaliland or not.
The journey of 30 years for Somaliland has never been a smooth jolly ride, but significantly, the country has achieved a great milestone in many aspects of its microeconomy.
Somaliland sodon sano de madax banaan oo shaqeynaysa ictiraaf beerina oo wanaagsan oo meel aan marsoon farxay. Marna caalamka halku maray dib u dhaca Somaliland ku dhacay 60 sano u dambeeyay marka qiyaasana waan ka xumaa. Marka dilada filim baa soo lahayd. Marka hadii adigu dan laga arko oo dan ninkaa doonay inuu ku ictiraafa uu ka arko uu ku ictiraafaya hadduu kaa waayo muxuu kuu falaya Somaliland waxaad ka soo qaadaa yaa u dambeeya la ictiraafay South Sudan yaa ugu dambeysay yaa waday Maraykanka wuxuu u waday petrol ku arkay China qaabtu ka dhacsanaya petrol baa laga helay waa la ilaashanaya waa dawladda dayma baa laga helay waa la ilaashanaya inaga macdan iyo dhulkeena iyo bad iyo bari waa barakeysan laakiin wali lama baarin oo interest material imka la lagu hayo.
Over the past 30 years, the economy of Somaliland has been largely thriving on primary production such as livestock and agriculture. Livestock is the main export of the country, which it ships to neighboring Djibouti and Ethiopia, as well as to Gulf states such as United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia and Oman.
Togdheer region is the largest livestock population region in Somaliland, and sometimes we call even in Somalia. So for this reason, it was highly necessary that there should be an equivalent number of the population of vets which to be employed in different areas of the region. And without having this university, it would have not be possible. So the first faculty which has been established during the initiation of this institution was the veterinary faculty.
In the area of transportation, bus services operate in Hargeisa, Bor'o, Gabele, Berbera and Boroma. There are also road transportation services between the major towns and adjacent villages which are operated by different types of vehicles. Although there are some militating factors inherent in education sectors, many government schools from primary to tertiary levels populate the entire country as private schools spring up on the rising speed.
The collaboration with the community and the state, they rebuild schools and remove the people that resident already the schools, and they start from the primary schools. They develop the curriculum as well as the syllabus and train some teachers to start those schools. So this is the best sector that developed in that 30 years. I think so.
Communication technology is one of the leading sectors of the economy, as many communication industries compete favorably against one another, and the advancement in delivering financial services through mobile phones has made life easy for millions of people in financial ecosystem of the country.
One of the very developed sector in Somaliland is the Telecom, which we have actually covering all the country. We have a latest technology. We have a mobile wallet, and everybody using a mobile wallet. And the statistics we have now, and almost the people Somalilanders more than 16 years old, at least they have a mobile. And at least almost 73% they are using mobile money, which they do all their transactions, everything in their mobile. So it's a very good growing sector, and it's actually one of the sectors that you cannot see in most of the other countries that what we have in Somaliland.
Telecom is a mobile operator company established in 2002 and is the leading mobile operator company in Somaliland. Telecom provides mobile services from voice, SMS, mobile broadband to dedicated services for international NGOs who are working in humanitarian projects. Telecom has good telecom infrastructure and covers almost 85% of the country.
Election stalemate has led to instabilities in many neighboring countries, including Somalia. But Somaliland has so far demonstrated true sense of democracy as local council and legislative elections are set in motion to hold even this month. In the area of tourism, the rock art and caves at Laskil, situated on the outskirts of Hargeisa, are a popular local tourist attraction in which Ministry of Commerce, Industries and Tourism has also encouraged travelers to visit historic towns and cities in Somaliland.
When it comes to tourism aspect for Somaliland, we have very large number of archaeological sites. We have almost 166 archaeological sites. If you look at the statistics of 2019, because 2020 was a year of no movement, was a year that people have not been able to move from one location to another. In Somaliland, we have had 900 tourists who visited Lasgale and other sites in Somaliland. These were only tourists, 900 foreign tourists. Look at, not only local is not included. 900 people who are only for tourism sector. They came for visiting Somaliland locations. Predominantly, they visited Lasgale. Lasgale, if you look at Lasgale, we have done as a ministry fencing of 2.5 kilometers. All of them has been financed from the budget of the government. So this is to ensure that these sites, which are very historical for the country, not only for the country, but even for the globe, that they are protected and they are left for the human being to visit, to read the history backward, ancient, ancient times.
Other sectors such as health, infrastructure, security and sports are also faring well as the country is towing the path of recognition.
oo maanta nagala soo qayb gashay xafladda dhagaxdhigga Hargeysa bypass aad iyo aad baan ugu mahadnaqayaa wadooyinka oo aad iyo aad inooga dayacan ama ayna wadooyin hagaagsan ma lahayn.
Our country does not have a standard of roads, but we need to unite how to make that happen.
inta laynaga caawiyana waa alxamdulillah, laakiin inagu waynu dhisi karnaa qabaa wadooyin badan.
We thank those who extend their contribution to us in the development sectors, but as a national, we can do much better than others.
oo ay too ahaan lacagteedana ka helayaan.
Long a road is the one near its end. As one takes even a single step, one will inch towards the destination. As Somaliland celebrates our 30th independence anniversary, African nation and indeed the world at large must emulate the peaceful coexistence. Somaliland as a country deserves speedy and appropriate world recognition, not only as a nation state, but also as ambassadors of people living together in peace.
عيد استقلال سعيد Somaliland.
روزي استقلاليات مبارك Somaliland.
Happy Independence Day Somaliland.
Glad Självhämtningsdag Somaliland.
Happy Independence Day Somaliland.
كل عام ودولة Somaliland بألف خير.
همبليو حسك مدح برانية Somaliland.